But the focus today is on Erin, our intern, because I am going to show you guys how to do the treatment, the Banish Acne Scars treatment on Erin, just because I always do it on myself and you're probably sick of seeing me do it. So they actually do this at estheticians' offices, and it's much more expensive to do it there. Probably you can call them and they probably charge like $300 to $300 a treatment, at least $100 to $300 a treatment. So you can do this at your home today, and you can actually probably get, you know, 6, 7, 8 treatments for only $69, which is really great because, you know, when I had acne and acne scars, I couldn't really afford to go to these expensive salons and doctor offices. So you just want to make sure that what you're doing is safe, that you're in a clean area, and that everything is clean, and that you're not using old products. So you don't want to use serums that are old, you don't want to use rollers that are old, or rollers that are broken or you know, have bent needles. So in the kit you receive a roller, which is right here. I just took it out. All our rollers are shipped from LA, so you get same-day shipping if you are in the United States. So it takes about next day if you're on the West Coast really to receive it, or if you're on the East Coast, it probably takes 3-ish days. It goes pretty quickly. We provide free tracking via USPS, but we do ship anywhere in the world that the United States is able to ship out of. And I think this is really important because if you do want to buy rollers from other companies, there's a wait time of maybe 2 months because they ship them directly from China or Korea or other countries, but we ship ours directly from the United States. Then we have a cleaning container, which I will show you how to use, and then our serum, which a lot of people love because it's all natural. It's very important when you roll to use an all natural serum because you don't want to infect your skin, or you don't want to put any chemicals that's not supposed to be in there, since we are kind of creating little channels in your skin, so you want to be careful with the serum you do use. So this is the roller. So we have 3 different sizes, the 0.25, the 0.5, and the 1mm roller. And the size you use is really dependent on what you're using it for. So this treatment is used for fine lines and wrinkles, acne scarring, hyperpigmentation, stretch marks, cellulite, and also hair growth. So anything that needs more collagen to be built into the skin. The most popular roller we sell is the 0.5, and there have actually been scientific studies saying that the 0.5 roller is the most effective size. So we like the 0.5. Since Erin has really perfect skin, we don't really need to go that deep into the skin, so we're going to use the 0.25. So what the 0.25 will do is really just create overall glow, create like kind of fade away maybe the freckles or the pigmentation into the skin. It is not deep enough to remove really deep ice pick acne scars, but she doesn't have any acne scars, so we don't need to worry about that. And if you do have active acne, you can use this treatment, but you will be using the pen. So you can use a pen, which is like this, and so let's say Erin is breaking out like all on one section of her face, then you can just target certain areas around the acne. You don't want to roll over the active pimples because that would just cause that to burst and form more bacteria. So we're going to open it up. So you want to make sure that the roller you're buying comes sealed. You know, that's just normal. You want to make sure it comes sealed, and here it is. And this is a roller from our company, so it has the logo right here, and you just want to make sure the roller that you get comes from a reputable source. There are other rollers on the market that are not made the way ours is. So this one, if you look closely, all the bristles on the roller are attached to a disc around the spool. So I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to show on here, but they all come attached to a disc, which means that it's not gonna like fall off and puncture your skin. Some other rollers you might get are actually glued onto the spool or somehow assembled on there. You don't want to be using rollers like that because, again, it might detach into the skin and just not be good. You can use different metals. We like to use titanium. It is more expensive to produce, but it's also longer and it's non-porous, which means it won't cause bacteria to grow on there. There are rollers with stainless steel. We think stainless steel is also a great metal to use, but we decided to go with titanium because it is longer lasting and it will prevent kind of bacteria from growing. So once you get the roller, just kind of make sure that the needles are straight, which they are. And Erin, can you tell us how it looks like? Because people are really scared by this treatment because they think it's so scary, but
it has really tiny little needles on it that are evenly distributed. And it actually doesn't look as scary up close. They're really tiny.
Can you just roll it on your hand or arm and let us know what it feels like?
Oh, you can barely even feel it. It's just like a little rolling.
Yeah, so it's very, very light. And I really don't like to use the term needles because I think it scares people. So I call them bristles, but I mean, it's just kind of like almost a massager thing. Very, very, very tiny. And it's important that these are sharp because if they're dull, they're actually not going to go into the skin the way we want them to. They're going to actually cause scarring. So you just want to make sure wherever you get your roller from that it's from a reputable supplier and it's made with good metals. Here is an example of a roller that is kind of bent. So can you see if there's any, like, do you see the bends in there?
Oh yeah, I can see that some of them are flat on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what happens when your roller doesn't come from a certain kind of metal or when you're not handling it correctly, or it happens when, you know, you're not taking care of your roller, the roller doesn't come with good needles or from a different supplier. So you just want to make sure that when you receive your roller that they're all completely straight. And we make sure that all our rollers come from strict quality control. But you know, if you do find any rollers that are bent, you can just simply let us know and we will send you another one, no questions asked. We just want to make sure that you have a really great experience on this treatment. Okay, so enough blabbing. What you're gonna do is, since this is a completely new roller, the sanitation isn't as quite stringent, but you still want to clean your roller. So it comes with a cleaning case, and all we're going to do is we're going to pour some alcohol in here and just dip it in the box. Okay, so we're going to just leave that in for like 15 minutes just so that the roller can be sterilized in here. Just prep for the treatment. So you can do this at home, but I'm gonna just do this on Erin. So we're gonna put the headband on and make sure that your hands are washed. And I washed my hands, and I'm gonna just use some hand sanitizer just to be safe. You just wanna make sure that everything you do and the surface around you is very clean. We're going to just wash her face just to get rid of maybe any oils or any leftover makeup or whatever that was on her skin. So right now we're actually trying out different formulations of face washes. So we're going to try out this one now. We might be selling it in the future, but I just want to make sure that I really, really like the face wash and it works well with our system before we begin selling it. You just wash your face at home. Just use a gentle cleanser, something like Cetaphil would work, or just something very, very gentle. Nothing too harsh, nothing with, you know, like really strong benzoyl peroxide or whatever in there. Cleanser onto the skin. And the reason why I like this cleanser is because it's very gentle. There's no like harsh grains. Okay, so how did the cleanser feel on your skin?
It felt really nice and not too harsh, and also smelled really nice.
Yeah, okay, so that is one of our choices for the cleanser that we may sell, but we're just kind of testing it out and seeing if it'll work. So now we're just going to clean the skin off. So you just want to use some very gentle cleanser, nothing with too many exfoliating beads. You just don't want things that are just too fancy on your skin for this treatment. And you know what I believe about skincare is it's just simple. You just want to be simple. You don't want to use ingredients that haven't really been researched or tested. You just want to use kind of natural products, and you really want to use things that are simple, because your skin does things for a reason, and they make certain things for a reason, and you don't want to fight against it, because then your skin will just overcompensate, you know, when you try to fight against it. Okay, so we have that, and then we're going to start rolling. So we are going to take out the roller. What we're going to do is just roll, and what I like to do is I like to roll in one direction. We roll in one direction because if you keep rolling back and forth like this, you can risk just kind of tearing or scarring the skin if you go too quickly. So we're just going to go up like this in one direction, and then you want to move your face here. And so Erin has a little bit of I guess like freckles and sunspots, and so this will help that. And people ask, you know, how hard should I press? You really don't need to press that hard. It doesn't really help the skin if you press any harder than just a moderate pressure.
Feels like my skin is being scrubbed a little bit. Feels nice. It's like a massage.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what would be the pain?
Like 1.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that, so it doesn't really hurt. I will say the 1.0 will hurt a little bit more, but you know, it's honestly, it hurts less than tweezing your eyebrows from my experience. Okay, so you can see how it's a little bit redder. I don't know if you can tell from this lighting. It is a little bit pinkish, and that's because we're getting blood circulating in there, and we are starting the collagen induction therapy. So what this does is these bristles on here go into the skin and they create micro trauma. So anytime you get a bruise or a cut, your skin is like, oh my God, what's going on? And so the fibers underneath will start growing to kind of cover that empty skin when you get a cut. So we're basically producing so tiny of micro channels into her skin that her skin is forced to build collagen. They really have no choice but to force it to rebuild collagen, but it's so small that it's not invasive, that she won't have any downtime, and that it doesn't really hurt. So we can go in different directions. You can go up like this, and again, we just want to go in one direction. You can go side, like horizontal, and then you can go crisscross or like diagonal. Okay, so we've done that side, let's move on to the other. You guys know I've had acne scarring all my life, and when I went to actually get the treatment done, the plastic surgeon did not recommend it because he said it's very invasive. So when you get a Fraxel laser or any kind of laser done on your skin, it's not as easy as, you know, what lasering seems like. Laser is burning your face off or burning your skin off. And when you burn your skin off, you force the epidermis or the top layer of skin to regenerate. However, there's a lot of downtime. You have to take, you know, some time off. You have to put on all these gels and creams, and your face becomes really red. And also, it's very expensive to get a laser treatment. It can run in the thousands of dollars. But with this treatment, it's, you know, non-invasive. There's really no downtime. I mean, if she wanted to, she could go out, you know, with very light makeup. And people also ask, how often should you do this treatment? We recommend doing it really depending on what you have and the size roller you get. So the 0.25 is actually gentle enough to use, you know, once a week or, you know, a few times a week. The 0.5 maybe once or twice a week, and the 1.0 either once a week or every other week. It just really depends on your skin's thickness as well. Some people have really thick skin, which means you need to use it a longer needle length and more often than those with thinner skin. Really great on the cheek area if you have acne scarring here. I know a lot of people get cystic acne along the cheek and the sides of the face and also the jawline. Also do it on the forehead. So the forehead is a little bit more painful because there's more bone here, but this is great if you have lines starting on the forehead. Also do it on your nose. People have reported that their pores have looked smaller after rolling on their nose. This is because you're, again, building these microchannels which will build collagen, which will kind of push the pores in. Okay, so now we are almost done with everything. So you just want to do it for 3 to 5 minutes, nothing too long. You obviously don't want to like sit there for an entire movie and roll your face because that would cause more trauma to it. So when you are done with the roller, make sure to put it back in its case. And then before you use it again, just make sure to sanitize it. You want to make sure you have it in a case just in case you drop it on the floor so it's not dirty. Just so that the bristles don't get bent in case you drop it. You also want to keep it clean, so this will help it become clean. Okay, so then we are going to apply the serum. So our serum is all natural. You can even, I don't know, do you want to taste it? You want to lick it? Maybe just, I'll drop, yeah.
Where's my tongue? Oh yeah, it actually tastes good.
Yeah, so because it's basically vitamin C, which you guys know is pretty sweet, or it's like acidic. So this is a serum. It is a clear color. Oops, sorry. It's a clear color, so you want it to be clear. If it's orange, it means it has expired, and you'll know when it's expired. It'll be bright orange. But I've had my serums for like 4 or 5 months and they're still fine. So you want to put a spoonful or maybe 2 dropperfuls of serum on your hand, and it is kind of liquidy because you want to rub it against your palms, and it's very, very, how do I explain the texture? Very kind of watery, like oily a little bit. And so we're just going to apply it all over the skin and just kind of massage it in. Ask how often should I use the serum? You can actually use it every night, but it's really good just to use at night because it is a little bit sticky to use during the day, especially in the hotter temperatures. But yeah, just kind of massage it into the skin, and you can just work your way around. It is a little bit sticky. We wanted it to moisturize the skin after rolling because your skin can seem a little bit dry after rolling. So we wanted it to be sticky. Does it smell like? Can you describe the feeling of it?
Where is the smell?
Or
let me smell your hands. The serum smells sort of like rosy-ish, and I like the smell a lot, and it feels good. It just feels like a nice moisturizer. Yeah, my skin feels very nice and moisturized now.
Okay. Yay! So after this, you don't necessarily want to wash this off. Maybe in a few hours you could if you wanted to once it has absorbed into those channels that we've created. But you can use it every night if you like. She is off, ready to go to do whatever she wants. Make sure that after you roll, you wear a lot of sunscreen because your skin is just a little bit sensitive to what is outside and sunlight. But that is it. And so if you guys do want to order the kit, it is $69. So thank you so much to our volunteer, Erin, for helping us out. And let us know if you have any questions below. And check out because we might be giving away a kit in the bottom bar below. So talk to you later.